Students, in this respiration part 3, we are going to study regulation of breathing, common disorders of respiratory system, artificial ventilation, ventilator, transportation in living organism. Regulation of breathing. Respiration is under dual control, nervous and chemical. Human adult breathe about 12 times per minute, while a newborn about 44 times per minute. Normal breathing is an involuntary process. Steady rate of respiration is controlled by neurons located in the pons and medulla and are known as the respiratory centers. It regulates the rate and depth of breathing. It is divided into three groups. First is dorsal group of neurons in the medulla, inspiratory center. Ventrolateral group of neurons in medulla, inspiratory and expiratory center. And pneumotaxic center located in pons. Primarily limits inspiration, slow wave sleep. Apneustic center in the medulla is antagonistic to the pneumotaxic center. It controls non-rapid eye movement, sleep, and wakefulness. So this diagram shows neural regulation of respiration. So this is brain, this is respiratory system, this is the heart, circulatory system. Breathing control centers, that is the pons and medulla. So here nerve impulses trigger contraction of muscles, that is the intercostal nerve. So these are the intercostal muscles, this is the diaphragm. This is the phrenic nerve. This is the heart where aortic arch is a O2 sensor. So here CO2 increases in blood acts directly. Nerve impulses from O2 sensor indicating O2 decrease. During inspiration, when the lungs expand to a critical point, the stretch receptors are stimulated and impulses are sent along the vagus nerves to the expiratory center. It is then sends out inhibitory impulses to the inspiratory impulses of inspiratory center. The inspiratory muscles relax and expiration follows. As air leaves the lungs during expiration, the lungs are deflated and the stretch receptors are no longer stimulated. Thus, the inspiratory center is no longer inhibited and a new inspiration begins. These events are called the Hering-Breuer reflex. Hering-Breuer reflex controls the depth and rhythm of respiration. It also prevents the lungs from inflating to the point of bursting. The respiratory center has connections with the cerebral cortex, which means we have voluntarily changed our pattern of breathing. Voluntary control is protective because it enables us to prevent water or irritating gases from entering the lungs. But the ability to stop breathing is also limited by the buildup of carbon dioxide in the blood. So these are the some common disorders of respiratory system. Here we see disorders, symptoms, causes, and treatment. So first is emphysema. Here the symptoms are breakdown of alveoli, shortness of breath. Cause is smoking, air pollution. Treatment is quit smoking, avoid polluted air, administer oxygen to relative symptoms. Second, chronic bronchitis. Symptoms, coughing, shortness of breath. Cause, smoking, air pollution. Treatment, quit smoking, avoid polluted air. If possible, move to warmer and drier climate. Acute bronchitis. Here the symptoms are inflammation of bronchi, shortness of breath, yellow mucus, cough up. Cause, virus and bacteria. Treatment, if bacterial, take antibiotics, cough medicine, use vaporizer. Sinusitis, symptoms are inflammation of the sinuses, mucus discharge. cause viruses and bacteria. Treatment: if a bacterial, take antibiotics, and decongestant, use vaporizer. Laryngitis. Symptoms: inflammation of the larynx, vocal cords, sore throat, hoarseness of voice, mucus built up, and cough. Cause viruses and bacteria. Treatment: if bacterial, take antibiotics, cough medicines, voice rest, avoid irritants like smoke. Next, pneumonia. Inflammation of lungs ranging from mild to severe, cough and fever, shortness of breath, chills, sweating, chest pain, blood, mucus. Cause viruses and bacteria. Treatment: consult physician immediately, take antibiotics, cough medicines, stay warm. Asthma. Here symptoms are constriction of bronchioles, mucus built up in bronchioles, periodic wheezing, difficulty in breathing. Cause: allergy to pollen, some food additives, hair, etc. Treatment: use of inhalants to open passageways, avoid irritants. Occupational respiratory disorders, silicosis and asbestosis. Here symptoms are inflammation, fibrosis, lung damage. Cause: long-term exposure to dust particles, silica and asbestos particles during occupation. Treatment: protective mask and gear during work. Next is ventilator. A ventilator is a machine that supports breathing and is used during surgery, treatment for serious lung diseases, or other conditions when the normal breathing fails. It is mainly used in hospitals as part of life support system. Ventilators do the following: get oxygen into lungs, remove carbon dioxide from the lungs, and help the patient to breathe. Artificial ventilation. It is also called artificial respiration. It is the method of inducing breathing in a person when natural respiration has ceased or faltering. If used properly and quickly, it can prevent death due to drowning, choking, suffocation, and electric shock. The process involves two main steps. First is establishing and maintaining an open air passage for the upper respiratory tract to the lungs. And second one is force inspiration and expiration as in mouth to mouth respiration or by mechanical means like ventilator. Last point is transportation in living organism. All living organisms, whether unicellular or multicellular, show an important properties of exchange of material with their surroundings as well as between various parts of their cell or body. Transportation in organisms and animals occur by diffusion and active transport between the cells. Cyclosis. Cyclosis is a streaming movement of the cytoplasm shown by almost all living organisms like paramecium, amoeba, etc. Root hairs, cells of many plants and WBCs in animals. It is intracellular transport. In sponges and coelenteраtes, the surrounding water is circulated through the body cavities. In flatworms, there is a parenchymal circulation. In roundworms, body fluid is moved around the viscera by contraction of body wall and muscle. This is extracellular transport. So, with this point, we completed the topic respiration. Next time, we will continue with human health and diseases. Thank you.